Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Dominique, aka Mr. Kid Thunder 2, coming back at you guys for another video. So basically, like you guys have been asking, I'm going to do the op order video. Now, what makes this video so much more important than all the other OCS videos is that your op order during squad sticks, which is like basically decides your branch, is very important. And it's kind of funny that when you're at OCS, you have to be good at infantry stuff to not get an infantry branch. It's kind of funny. But this video is going to be long. I'm going to let you know right now because I'm briefing my whole op order. One thing to keep in mind is that when I'm briefing my op order, like I said, this is something that got me almost a perfect grade. It was when I get to the part about my decisive to this operation wasn't specific enough to get a perfect grade. So yeah, this is just like an op order I briefed before I ran one of my my squad on a mission. Yes, I'm outside, so if it gets a little dimmer, a little darker, that's why. So I'm about to brief it, and you guys can hear it, and I'm gonna try and walk through it. So the first thing I say before I even brief the Warno, I say my grader is right next to me, and I'm saying, hey, can I request intel, grenades, and notional security? And the reason I request intel is because I request like an ISR or a drone to fly over my objective, just to make sure that what's over my objective that I'm trying to hit really is what's there. Second is I request smoke grenades because every time I assaulted an objective, I always threw smoke, like throwing smoke, and then I assaulted through my objective. And then I requested notional security. So also when I had my when I was briefing my op order, I could have my whole team, my whole squad with me instead of just my Alpha and Bravo team leader. Because a squad is made up of 9 people. You've got your squad leader and then 8 people in your squad. So here it is. Here's my Warno. Right now I just have my team leaders. I said, mission: 3rd squad will destroy enemy forces on objective Yuma, which is Georgia Alpha 04038862 in vicinity of McBride's Bridge, no later than 24th April 2017. In order to prevent the massing of combat power, the entire squad will meet at the sand table at 8:45. Will be my op order pitch. We will SP, which is start, or LD, at 9:25 and complete the mission no later than 9:50. Right now, I want my Alpha team leader to rehearse the rates of fire and my Bravo team leader to rehearse the flank and dispersion, which is basically assaulting through the objective when you're doing Battle Drill 1 Alpha. So that's what happened right there. And I also told my my Alpha and my Bravo team leader there who's on their team. My Bravo, like, we only had 8 people in our squad, so we took 1 person off of our Bravo team. So yeah, here we go. This is the first part of my op order, the situation. I said the area of operation is the Salazar tribal region. Then I gave the north, south, east, and west grid lines because we were right next to the terrain model, and my terrain model was done. I sent my person to make my terrain model right after I briefed the Warno. So I'm pointing at each of the parts on the terrain model. So then I gave my area of interest, was the Bajor Tribal Agency. I gave my CAS, CCA, artillery, and reinforcements. One thing to say is I said on CAS and CCA, I said Hind variant helicopters will not challenge us. Artillery, I said in the area, is 81mm mortars with 5,600 meter range. Reinforcements were 15 minutes till they come. So that means I have to be on my objective and off in 15 minutes. So I had to assault through the objective with my Alpha and Bravo team. I had to call up my lace and my salute and then demo the objective and then move off the objective in the direction that I came. Next, I briefed my terrain, which is my obstacles, cover and concealment, observations, field of fire, key terrain, avenues of approach, weather. Now, I can't read through all of it because this would be super long. I'll read through observations and field of fire. I said heavy vegetation limits observation to 50 to 75 meters. Small hills provide observation out to 150 meters. In south, erosion created dead space, limiting direct fire weapons. That's just something I said for observation fields of fire. What else is kind of interesting? Okay, so obstacles, I said swamps, streams, dense vegetation, small open danger areas, and linear danger areas. Clearings and streams, channel movement, sea wire, concertina wire may be placed. I said that for my obstacles. Then I flipped this around, and then I briefed the enemy. I said composition of the enemy. 3 fire teams, 2 to 3 personnel, 2 81mm mortar teams. Composition, that's what the enemy is made of. The disposition, what the enemy is trying to do. Disrupt coalition forces. They will be in defensive fighting positions to fight in place. Strength of the enemy, amount of people or the weapons is what strength is. I said 2 M249s and 1 M240, possibly 2 to 3 people, 2 81mm mortar teams. Same thing, kind of what I said in composition. Most probable course of action, I said, is disrupt or destroy coalition forces squad. Most dangerous course of action, I said, is defeating enemy coalition forces in the vicinity of McBride's Bridge. And then I went into friendly 2-up. 2-up means 2 levels above you. So I'm a squad, so 1 level up is a platoon, and then 2 levels up is a company, right? So friendly 2-up is Bravo 3rd Battalion 11th Infantry Company. Oh man, I said that wrong. Friendly 2-up is Bravo Company 311 Infantry. So company will conduct an attack on objective Yuma in vicinity of McBride's Bridge no later than 24th April 12 in order to destroy enemy forces within the area AO, which is the area of operations. The commander's intent is to destroy enemy platoon operating next to McBride's Bridge. And then I did friendly 1-up, which is virtually the same thing. First platoon will conduct combat patrols. First platoon will conduct combat patrols on objective Yuma, vicinity of McBride's Bridge, yada yada yada. Then I went to civil considerations. There were none in my mission, and then for the second part, which is actually the mission, I said 3rd Squad will destroy enemy forces, objective Yuma, in vicinity of McBride Bridge no later than 24th April 2017 by 12 p.m. in order to prevent massing of combat power within the area of operation. And I say the mission twice. 3rd Squad will destroy enemy forces on objective Yuma in vicinity of McBride's Bridge no later than 24th April 2017 at 12 p.m. in order to prevent massing of combat power within the AO. So then, yeah, that's part of that. Then I went to my concept of the operation. I said the purpose of this operation is to prevent massing of combat power. We will accomplish this by conducting infiltration into the area of operation, objective Yuma. Decisive to this operation is destruction of squad and platoon leadership. And I said this is decisive because it will reduce capability for enemy squads to coordinate actions. I said, then I did the end state of the enemy friendly civilian terrain. And then this is like the biggest part of the op order, which makes it actually go so long. I went over phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. I went over my scheme of maneuver. So basically I said, I started from the LD. I had a whole terrain model in front of me. And I said, hey, at this point, we're going to travel in squad column, fire team, wedge, traveling Overwatch because I plan to get fire. And then I was like, I think this is, I don't remember which mission this was, but I think this is one where we were traveling through LODAs, which is large open danger areas. So then I said we need to travel from tree to tree to so we have a lot of cover. So I was like, okay, we're going to travel. And I don't know what degree it was. We're going to travel in this degree, in this form, at this rate, at this time. And then, like, we traveled through on my mission. And then I said, when we reached an LDA, Bravo team was going to come up, do security. I went through my whole scheme of maneuver, basically. And I think on that mission, we took fire from the artillery, the 5,600 meters. You know how long that is? Like, that's crazy long to shoot artillery from. So we took fire from artillery, and then when you take fire, when I take IDF, indirect fire, I drop down and I throw out 12 o'clock, 300 meters, go. And my whole team picked up and we all ran one way. That's I was able to respond under pressure, you know, while getting fired on by artillery. So we bounded up. We rushed to the LDA, the linear danger area, which was like a big, huge creek that went down like a huge steep. So then we crossed the LDA while my Bravo team got security. We had some problems there. Then eventually we got to my ORP. We threw down we didn't throw the ORP. We started taking contact. And then as soon as we started taking contact, I got my Bravo team. I told my Alpha team to get online. I got my Bravo team to the right. We flanked. I threw smoke on the objective. We assaulted through, killed everybody. And then I called up my reports, and then I got off the mission and called up to hire. That was basically how my mission went. And then, so I basically briefed all of that, or what was supposed to happen, in a lot more detail. That took up probably like 10 or 15 minutes, which I'm not going to do on YouTube. So yeah, I just basically did that. I did a pace plan. I said my primary was a radio, and our radios were down. That's something I'm going to say, like, when I get off, like, as soon as I start my mission, I'm like, I call up to hire and I say, Blackhawk 16, this is Blackhawk 13. They say, send it, or say it over. I'm like, we have 8 personnel, 8 weapons, 8 packs, rate comms are down. We're moving to my alternate on my pace plan, which is the whistle. Permission to LD. It said permission granted. Then I was like, Roger, moving. And then I move out at that time, because you have to keep them updated. Like when I took artillery fire, I called up and was like, hey, I just took artillery fire. We'll be in contact later. When we took contact, I called up again. I sent up another sit rep. They're called sit reps. Situation reports. I said, hey, we just took fire. I'll call you back, you know, so nobody fucking dies, so I can focus on what the fuck I'm doing. And then, so basically, it's a lot you have to do. But I mean, if you know what you're doing and you can react under stress, you're fine. Basically, everyone could. Not everybody got good grades. Like, I'm not saying that I got good grades, but I did get good grades. Like, that's the only reason I'm briefing this, because if I got shitty ass grades, you definitely wouldn't see me on YouTube trying to brief my op order. So anyway, after that, that whole thing, you do your scheme maneuver, you box, orient, trace, and familiarize with the terrain model too. That's some work you got to do too. I basically said, who's my compass, my pace, my EPW, my demo, and my aid and litter. Compass is what you use to compass. Pace is you get a pace, like every 100 meters. EPW is enemy prisoners of war. Demo is who blows up my objective, like who was going to blow up my objective. Aid and litter is who carried our casualties. We had none. Whoop, whoop. Then I briefed my CC, and then I briefed my PIRs. Location of enemy mortar system, number or type of combo equipment. FFIR is deadline of 2 or more. M249s in platoon. I briefed my reports. My ROEs, my rules of engagement, shout, show, shove, shoot. I briefed my reports, LDA's contact, lace, ORP, LD salute. Basically what I just said. I briefed my sustainment. I said the next resupply is the night before. Class 1 MRE water, Camelback, and then we had a canteen. Class 3 fuel, not applicable. Class 6 not applicable. Class 9 medical self-aid, CLS bags, 9-line medevac, and Casevac. Command and signal, I said the PL location is at COP Blackhawk. Succession of command, squad leader, Alpha team leader, Bravo team leader, Alpha grenadier, and Bravo grenadier. Call signs, platoon leader, 1-6, squad leader 1-3, Alpha team leader 1-3, Alpha, Bravo team leader 1-3, Bravo, fires none. Number combo 2, challenge kid, password thunder, running rocks. Then I have in notes, I have down here, we're traveling at 135 degrees for 319 meters. Then I talked about my near and far recognition symbols that I'm going to use. And then I said before I leave, I'm going to do PCCs and PCIs. And I also wrote down the objective thing. So yeah, that's like a brief overview of my op order for OCS and what I did on my second mission at Squad Sticks. I can't go into the whole thing because you get 40 minutes to brief your op order. You get 40 minutes, and it took me like 36 minutes to brief my op order. So there's that. So yeah, this video is probably the longest video I've ever done. So if anybody has any questions, comments, or concerns, You guys can hit me up on Snapchat, Instagram, comment. I'll get back to you. So, yeah. My name is Dominique, aka Mr. Kid Thunder 2, and I'm out, guys. Peace.